back on the hoop shed. As you guys most of you know, we had a storm about a month ago by now. We bought this hoop shed 2 years ago. It was kind of found it off a farmer. The husband had passed away. We picked it up. It was not a high dollar hoop shed. It was supposed to be meant to be put on the ground. We did pony walls. It lasted 2 years. That storm a month ago smoked it. Took out both gable ends. There was just nothing left to it. But we had enough money wrapped up in ACMs and all treated lumber and sinking stuff in the ground. We had to try to fix it. Talked to a company out of South Dakota. They said they could make the end walls. After sending a bunch of pictures, they said they couldn't. I told them I could try to, do framing and whatnot, but they didn't seem to be too interested in helping. So went back to doing it corrugated. I was going to try to do corrugated tin. I was concerned about the weight. With hoop sheds, there's not a whole lot of structure on them. They bend, bow, everything else. So after insurance, kind of did some rough figuring what I thought it would cost, material wise, and threw a little bit of labor on there. So we went in last week, went down to Menards, grabbed all the stuff. I was going to do just regular plastic corrugated, but man, it's thin and chintzy. So I went to this. It's got fiberglass in it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've got one of our other sheds, 20 years old, and it's not looking good. But weighs half as what sheet metal does. So anyway, we went in. If you can see in the back, we just kind of framed up like a pole barn end on it. We got some clips out of South Carolina, greenhouse something or other. It was on another video. That's where I picked them up at. And I kind of went in detail on that, how it all worked, how they went together and stuff. So, okay, I've gotten a little farther than where I thought I was going to get today. Megan's not around, and I got 2 more brackets to put on. So I figured I'd show you guys what they were before I get them installed. These came from the greenhouse company, South Carolina. I found them like 2 or 3 other places. They're to be able to tie wood into the ends of a hoop shed. I believe they had 1 3/8, 1 5/8, and 2 inch for the diameter to go around the conduits. So basically, these tie in. This piece right here screws onto a 2x4. You got 6 holes, 2 in the top, 2 in each side. So those set on the 2x, screw them in. This goes around your conduit, and it's got like a small carriage bolt. Run the carriage bolt through, ties into there. Pinch that tight, and then put your nut on the backside and lock her down. Nice thing is you can pivot these at any angle you want. So I've been using them for upright braces and also for horizontals. Pretty cool. Didn't even know there was such thing until about a month ago. Happened to stumble across them. Guy was super cool to work with. They did not have the 2 inch style on their website. I was kind of bummed. Called the guy. He's like, no, we got them. Not sure why they weren't on there. Anyway, hell, they shipped within like 2-3 days. Had them back up here for us. They're slick as hell. Been able to use them. I'm still working on that side, just getting everything framed back in from the storm. West side, we got like 30 to 50 mile an hour gusts coming tomorrow. We were out here about 12 hours yesterday, and I don't know, probably 3 hours this morning. I got that one done. Just ran some uprights up. There's one of those clamps there, and then I did 2 on the sides. It's really hard trying to tie something, I don't know, structural, I guess, against that the conduit pipes. But so far it's working pretty good. We probably got 20-25 mile an hour out here today, and this side of the barn is not moving. There is the one of the brackets comes up. There's the bolt. You can see 2 of the 6 holes on there, and I'll let Megan tell the backstory on the pool noodles. But we've had some comments and some questions and quite a few laughs about the pool noodles, but it seems to be working. No sharp edges against the tarp. Everything seems to be sucked down pretty good. I think we're getting it done. Again, still messing with this one. I'm a little shy on corrugated. I'm gonna try to get as far as I can on this one today. The bummer is that skirting up there, you can see flapping around, comes down about a foot. There's actually like a strap that goes through there, and then it used to tie into the D-rings, which are over here. And we said before, this was a cheap hoop shed that we bought, but it's snapped off, knotted up inside, and it's clear up in here. I don't know. Keep that thing from not blowing. I'm gonna try to take a fish tape for electrical and try to feed it through that flap. There is a channel in there. I don't think it's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a try because I don't know what else to do with it. So if you see the back of the barn, the three uprights, there's the clamps on there, and then the 2 and 2 on the sides, we have those clamps again. So we tried to stiffen it up, work it out, and then do corrugated fiberglass on it. We had about 12 hours last night on the back wall, and then I probably had another, I don't know, 2 hours this morning, had that figured out. That one sucked up pretty good. We had probably 20-mile-an-hour winds today. I was able to get the skirting back over. You can probably see it on the back. It comes down like over a foot. There's a strap that goes through that. I was able to tie that one off. Got some heavier straps and locked that down. That side's good. This side, if you can see the yellow hoses or the yellow rope over here, the strap that was inside this skirting, it dry rotted and broke off. I never thought we were gonna get it, but we were able to run a fish tape through there and worked all the way through. Megan and I came down, was able to tie into the yellow rope like a boat anchor rope, and then fed it back through. All right, so earlier we found out the strap that was inside this 1 foot overlap here, it rotted and broke off, and I never thought we'd be able to take a fish tape all the way up and over, but it worked. I got it pulled through. Just a fish tape for pulling electric wire. We kind of worked at it and got it in, so now I've got some water, I shouldn't say waterproof, but mildew proof water rope, kind of used for boat anchors. Got the fish tape through. Trying to not make too big of a knot, but that's kind of what I got to get. Fish tapes, you can hook your wires to them. Normally we pull wires at work. We'll tape them up real good, try to make them smooth, and try to make a decent joint when you're trying to pull through walls and pockets, cavities, things like that. So we'll get this taped up. Then I'll have Megan start pulling the other way. And hopefully we can feed this wire back through. This is the only thing that kind of holds this outside skirting on. Otherwise it just flaps in the wind, and this don't work. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. I did not think we were gonna get this far. I never thought we'd get that fish tape through there. So hopefully with some patience and kind of going slow, working that fish tape, we should be able to get her through. Did a double knot and just run a bunch of electrical tape around it. Try to make it smooth at the head so we can get her through. So now I'm basically gonna sit here and kind of feed it back to Megan. She's gonna go on the other side, start pulling that fish tape back through the other direction. And hopefully at the other end of the hoop shed, we'll have a yellow rope come out.
Am I supposed to still keep going?
You're gonna keep going until you get a yellow rope.
Well, I understand. I don't know if you want me to stop.
So we got it ran through.
The radio's on, baby. I can't use anything with the radio in the background. I'm sorry.
Tank.
Okay.
So we were able to get it ran through. Again, we got 3 more sheets to put on, but that worked. I just kind of snugged it up loosely for the night just because we got crazy winds coming tomorrow. So once we get this next sheets on, then we can suck these down. The other side, I actually did a heavier loop on there. These guys, I don't know, I might use them or I might put the big ones back on. But we got, like I said, 40-mile-an-hour winds coming tomorrow. I'm just kind of securing it for the night. And when we get finished up, then we'll secure it for good. I Did not think that was going to work, but it did. So that is good, because otherwise I wasn't sure how we were going to get that flap to tie over. So got to make a little bit of metal just for flashings and get 3 more pieces and then figure out doors. So right now, as you can see, we got another probably, I think there's 3 pieces left we got to get. I'm out. So for now, we're just kind of sucked her down because it's been blowing pretty bad. They're talking 30 to 50 mile an hour gusts tomorrow. So kind of cinched her down so it don't rip around. We'll get the other corrugated tomorrow, finish that off. I got to do some flashing stuff at work tomorrow just to tie up this hole. My hopes are to try to make 2 top gates. They'll have to swing in, but when the sheep are coming in here, we just use one side, and so the south side there will be locked permanent until we need to bring a skid steer in or something and work on it. Then we can open it up, get a machine in there to clean everything out from lambing. So we still got the 2 bottom gates. They swing out. The 2 top gates will probably swing in. We'll just have to see. It's kind of hard. Wind's been blowing like crazy, trying to plumb everything up, lift everything up. But with that whole thing rocking before we got everything braced up, it was pretty hard today. So I think we're doing pretty good. Able to run a rig for the weekend, and that's helped substantially. Before we did it on a skid steer, and that wasn't fun. Our skid steer is so loud, whoever's in the cab, you can't hear anybody outside. So trying to go up and down to the bucket and talk to somebody, you can't see, you can't hear. Diesel fumes are horrible. This worked out pretty good. So I'm hoping the next day or 2, we should be done with it. With winds coming in, that'd be fine to me. Every time the wind blows, I just think that we're gonna lose this whole thing. So we got so much money invested in this thing from the day we bought it, just material and everything else. I don't want to lose it. She uses it, we use it. It's a nice thing. We had some lights blowed out from the storms. They were up there whipping on the conduit. Got those replaced today while we had the rig here. So I think we're doing okay.
So we had a funny response too. We posted a video of us buying these pool noodles, and we bought literally a whole box of pool noodles, and we had people in the store like, what are you doing with them? And it was just kind of hilarious how many people responded to it. And so we'll make sure to tell you here what exactly we did with them. I don't know if people thought we were playing a fun kids game in the yard or what, but this is what we did.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing. At 45 years old, I'm standing there picking out pool noodles at Menards. Thought about using Armaflex. I mean, just being a tenor and HVAC. I'm like, I'll use that, but these pool noodles were under half the cost. But I know my wife. I knew she wanted with multiple different colors. So I'm standing there in the middle of freaking Walmart, and I'm picking out all the purples, because she hates my high-vis colors we have to wear at work and stuff. So I was trying to pick out the calmest color I could find. Had a couple gals come up wanting to know what I was doing, why I was, sorting things out by color. It was embarrassing as hell to me. And then Megan and Ella had the cart with some other stuff in it, and I'm walking around the store with a whole damn box full of pool noodles. But for $2 a piece, that was way cheaper than Armaflex. And I don't know, I think the purple didn't turn out too bad. We started this, and I didn't know what to do before I called that company in South Dakota. I thought about doing this, but I knew the corrugated tin or fiberglass was going to sit there and rub. If this thing moves, it's going to cut that skirting, and then it's all for naught. If we had to do the actual, I don't even know if you call it a roof, but like the cover up, it was going to be, I have no idea, $4, $5, $6 grand just to get a new cover. And I thought, well, pool noodles or Armaflex would work. And then when I talked to the company in South Dakota, they're like, well, use pool noodles. I'm like, all right. I wasn't too far off. So, yes, we have purple pool noodles. I think I bought 24 of them. And we got almost both sides done. And we'll have a couple extra for the pool this year. But no, it goes up. It's all around the corrugated. That flap comes over. Everything seems to be kosher. Nothing's rubbing. But, yeah, it was embarrassing as hell at Walmart that day. After I had some older gal make fun of me at that, and then we were checking out, and then I had another guy say, hey, you ain't supposed to buy them all. And I'm like, God, if you only had any idea what we're doing with it. But, you know, kind of hard to explain yourself. I just shook my head. Megan was laughing. Ella was embarrassed. And here we are. So they seem to work. Just slid them up the sides, went over the edge, tied everything in. So I don't know. Hopefully this works. And my only concern with the fiberglass is hail. I guess it breaks a sheet, it breaks a sheet. We go buy another $40 sheet and try to replace it. It's just trying to make this thing last. I mean, it's been good for lambing. It's way better than the old pull together hog shed we had. We got it. Might as well try to keep it as long as we can. So I think that's about it. Just got to figure out the doors and a little bit of trim and finish up the last couple pieces.
Okay, guys, so it's currently the next day. Aaron ran into town this morning to grab a couple more sheets of that corrugated siding that we're using so that we can get that side finished up. And the first thing I need to do is move over sheep. They're currently in the pasture that we're working in. So just to make it a little simpler, I've been moving them over every day just so they're out of the way. We can get in and out of gates with the trucks and stuff and no one accidentally gets out. So let's move some sheep.
We're going to have to go in first. I don't know, so we can switch around. Just head right off the box.
Our main goal for today was to get that corrugated stuff finished up. We're just short a couple pieces from the day before, so we just needed to finish off that part and then get started on figuring out how we were gonna make the doors. Aaron always amazes me because he can look at something and just figure it out and make it, and I just kind of stand back and wait for instruction on what I can help with or what I can do, because he totally has it all planned out in his head, and then just makes it all work. So it amazes me. But we have we got the doors hung and got the corrugated stuff put on that as well. We already had the bottom doors, so those actually swing out. But he wanted the top doors to swing in so that if we pin them open, the wind's not whipping them all over and stuff like that. So probably more than likely we'll leave the ones on the south side pinned closed for the most time, and then I'll use the other ones unless we're bringing in a piece of equipment or something like that. So once we had those all hung up, then it was cleanup time. It wasn't too bad. I'd been kind of working on cleaning things up as we went. And the biggest part was we had not done a spring clean out of the actual bedding that was in there from lambing all winter. And oh, that I knew that was going to be a chore. But decided that we might as well just do it while we were out there, and then the shed was done 100%. So I started digging in and doing that the best I could, get the stalls kind of cleaned out, and then Aaron came in with the skid steer and the tractor and got the rest figured out as well. One other thing that we did is we had some extra panels left, and we're like, if we're going to store them somewhere, we need to store them where they're not going to get broken or something. So he just took some extra boards and built like a little place to put them up against, inside the hoop shed. So that way, if we have one that gets damaged or cracked or anything like that, then we have them right there and have just a few extra on hand. So that's what we're doing here, just kind of sliding them back behind the piece of wood that he screwed up there, and so that worked out pretty well. He asked if it was going to bother me, how it looked visually, but I was like, no, it's totally fine. It's a sheep barn.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like you. Look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Talking about yourself and you make me smile. I can listen all night long. I tell you about the time when I first met you, listening to our favorite song. Walking on the street when you caught my eye, something about the way you move. No, there ain't nobody like. So lucky to be yours.